Hello class, in this video I'll be showing you how to find a rule for a piecewise defined function. Let's begin. Alright, so in this example, this piecewise defined function has three pieces. Piece 1, piece 2, and piece 3. I'm going to be finding a rule and the domain for each piece separately, starting with piece 1. Piece 1 is a linear function, so I'm going to need the slope and a point on the line to find its rule. So starting with the slope, m is equal to 3 minus 0 divided by negative 4 minus the negative 2, which is negative 3 halves. One of the points on the line is negative 4, 3. So the point slope form will be y minus 3 is equal to negative 3 halves x minus a negative 4. Distributing the negative 3 halves, we have negative 3 halves x minus 6, and then we're going to add 3 to both sides. Okay, so now that we have the rule, we're going to find the domain. And for the first piece, notice that it extends to the left forever. So this linear function extends to the left forever and ends here at the coordinate negative 2, 0, which means the upper bound for the domain is negative 2. However, negative 2 is not part of the domain because this circle is open at negative 2, 0. So the domain is all real numbers strictly less than negative 2. Okay, piece number 2. We want to notice that piece number 2 is a horizontal line, and the slope of a horizontal line is 0. One of the points on the line is negative 2, 3. So again, we're going to use point slope to find the rule. So y minus 3 is equal to 0, x minus negative 2. So y minus 3 is equal to 0, which means the rule is y is equal to 3. Now for the domain. Okay. The lower bound for the domain is going to be negative 2, and the upper bound is going to be 1. Negative 2 is part of the domain because the circle is closed at negative 2, 3. 1 is not part of the domain because the circle is open at 1, 3. So the domain is going to be negative 2 is less than or equal to x, which is less than 1. All right, finally, piece 3. We're going to find the rule for piece 3 exactly the same way we did for piece 1. So let's start with the slope. The slope is going to be 3 minus 0 divided by 1 minus 2, which is negative 3. One of the points on the line is 2, 0. So the point slope form is y minus 0 is equal to negative 3 x minus 2, which means the rule is y is equal to negative 3x plus 6. All right, now for the domain. It looks like the lower bound for the domain is going to be 1, and the line extends indefinitely to the right forever. Now 1 is not part of the domain because the circle is open at 1, 3. So the domain for this piece is going to be x is greater than 1. Okay, so now that we have all of the equations and all of the domains, I'm going to write a piecewise function. and it's going to look like this. F of x is equal to -3/2 x minus 2 if x is less than -2. F of x is equal to 3 if -2 is less than x, which is less than 1. And f of x is equal to -3x plus 6 if x is greater than 1. This is the rule for the piecewise defined function, and we are done.